Alright, this is Defenders number 118. This one is all about Satan's son, Daimon, Satan's son. It's a little solo story, a little spotlight on the character. It is good. Before I start though, I did another video on an issue from this run, Defenders 95, and I said that issue was the best one, and I also kind of covered all my opinions on the Defenders. And in that, I said that from issue 92 until I think 104, the Defenders was one of the best books on the shelves. But if you look closely, this is issue 118, which comes after 104. But I also said that while the book declined after 104, it was still decent until 125 when they completely rebranded it. This is one of the definitely decent ones. My main problem with the book and the direction it went in after 104 was that it got rid of Batman, it added the Smurf from the Excellent Men, and they just started to write out good characters and slowly replace them with other characters from the Excellent Men, like Snowman and Wingman, and it basically just became an Excellent Men book, or just the Champions again. This issue, though, is good. It spotlights a good character. I'm a big fan of Daimon, Satan's son. In this one, he has taken a break from the Defenders, a bit like Ross and Rachel took a break, and he has gone back to the university that he taught at in his first solo series. So that is like a nice little nod to the people that read that, like me, and if you haven't, then you don't really need to have. Then we get a bit of backstory about what's been happening with Satan's son lately. He rejected his father, who is Satan. He has fallen in love with the cat, aka Kate Leff. And then he got into a fight with a satanic cult with Luke Cage's. And now that he's back at his old university, he is meeting all the old supporting characters from his old book, and his old love interest shows up as well. And she is acting like they're married, and that is kind of hot. I like the idea of going somewhere and suddenly a good looking woman comes over and is convinced that I am her husband and that we have always been married. And what happens is, it is a bit like the Twilight Zone, because everyone is like, you never left. And look, there, he's getting a snog. I want a snog. So he goes to investigate, and apparently he has been living here for years, and he's married his love interest, and he's still teaching at the university, and he is thinking, what is going on here? I don't remember this. I hope I do not have amnesia, because that is a rubbish plot contrivance. And there's even photo proof that he was there. And then he shows up and there's two of them. And we start to have a whole, am I the real one? Or are you the real one thing? Like in the Arnold Schwarzenegger film, The Sixth Day, when he guns, am I the real one? Or are you the real one? And then we have got a little subplot page, and it is welcome. This is basically just a Daimon, Satan's son story, but it is in the Defenders, so it's good to see a little bit more of the team, even if it is just a subplot. It is Kate Leff, and I said in that other video, she is surprisingly hot, and she is. Like, look at her, she's lovely, she's pretty. Total wife material, and she is writing a book, and Etrigan the demon is helping, and they're talking about how she is in love with Satan's son, and that is good because that complements the main story, and she is just lovely. I love her, she's great. Then we're back with the main story, and Satan's son, he goes to confront his old love interest, who is now married to the double, and he predictably ends up fighting the double, and it is quite a long fight, a solid showcase for Satan's son. And we have got more subplot here with the elf, and my first Defenders comic had this little fella in it. It is always great to see Warwick Davis in a comic. I might review my first Defenders comic soon. Actually, disregard that, because I will do it, but probably I'll forget and not do it for 5 months. So we're back with the fight, and the real Satan son, he beats the double, and he is getting ready to kill him, and he burns the double with hellfire, and it reveals his true form. He is a demon who has escaped to Earth, and he was impersonating Satan's son so he could have a normal life. And Satan's son is going to kill him, but then the wife intervenes, and it turns out she knew it wasn't the real Satan's son, and knew he was a demon, but she loves him anyway. She actually loves him. Like, she hasn't been tricked by a demon into thinking it's someone else. She always knew he was a demon, and she loves him. So what happens is, Satan's son, he actually shows some compassion, and he allows them to live happily ever after. And it again proves that he is capable of not being driven by dark urges from his parentage. Sadly, they're not allowed the happy ending, because in that awful atheist drivel that I reviewed, the Satan's Son solo series from the 90s, the demon and the wife returns, and the demon is evil and the wife is abused. But I won't mark this down based on awful stories that came later. Next issue, Satan's Son seeks sanctuary. That is not actually the next issue. That's in like 3 issues time. It's a good one again. And here we have got the letters column. Really good this. +1, -1, +1, -1. And the editor, or maybe even the writer, because it was the writer in the last one, he responds really professional. Doesn't call the haters Nazis. And it's just a really good attitude. He accepts both sides of the argument. Of course, nowadays, these negative ones, they would be reported as in breach of copyright infringement. Good comic, good issue, solid Satan's Son story. This Defenders run was really good. It just had a few dips or mistakes along the way. This isn't one. I recommend this issue. 7 thumbs up.